lot of energy and vibe for me to be a part of this amazing organization. Out of all the teams in the country, Scotland really is setting the pace. It's just not Scotland which has a nice bus. I mean, of course, we've got the nicest bus in the country.
Unity as players.
There is a camp code of conduct, but now the public image of ZIFA has been hurt, so they had to punish him. That's all. Highlanders fans travel very well.
They do.
They also don't like Scotland.
Hello and welcome to the Mabviravira Football Show. My name's Noxy and I'm having it to Tatenda.
How are you doing?
A little worried.
Why?
What are those boys doing in camp? I saw the videos. I said, yo, siyadlala.
No, hey, listen, I guess we'll find out. That's why we're here. We're definitely going to find out.
Yo, guys, people are living their best lives. That time, the whole time, people were fighting. Hey, why are they on the bus? Why are they going on the bus? Why not they flying?
No.
Oh.
We will find out.
Anyway, we have an interesting show lined up. We're going to be getting around the league with Rukuzo. We have
the Scotland FC spokesperson for the first time on the show today. He's going to be telling us the vision of the club, his role, especially his role and his involvement. That's going to be very interesting.
That's George Munengwa. Well, let's get it going. I did say earlier that we'll be joined by George Munengwa in the studio, who's the spokesperson of the team. Hey, George.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Hey, so formal, like, yeah, thank you so much.
I know,
for
like
having me.
he's performing his role like he's supposed to. He even dressed the part.
Listen, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
So before we get into a lot of things, when the opportunity came up to come and be a part of the team, to be a spokesperson for the team, what was your initial, what did you think of the team prior to that?
Wow, so Scotland has been an amazing story, fairy tale story that has, broken records that were set.
Are you in your spokesperson zone now, or this is George?
This is George.
Okay,
This
because
is
we need
George.
George right now before we
No,
have a
the
spokesperson here.
spokesperson is coming. He's coming.
All right,
okay.
He's coming. So, Scotland, fairy tale story,
Yes.
an underdog, everybody ridiculed, laughed at, it's not going to work. They think, they can do miracles. But it's amazing how from disbelief to winning Division 1 to winning Premier League, and that alone just caught my heart. And, going to watch the games from Division 1 to Premier League, the vibe, the hype in soccer now in the country is just something that there's no other team that has managed to bring back soccer like Scotland. And this is why I, once I was approached, I definitely was like, listen, I'm going to be a part of this because I see the bigger vision, because it's just not a national team. It's going to represent us and bring back a lot of heyday memories. Zimbabwe hasn't been to the World Cup. But if you see the type of soccer being played now, and some of our local talent not actually going out to play for neighboring countries,
right.
It shows you that there's some structure that Scotland and all these other teams have now incorporated, which is keeping our local players here. So out of all the teams in the country, Scotland really is setting the pace. And I definitely wanted to be a part of that story to make sure that we reach the objectives that we want to reach.
That's how you felt before joining the team. Now that you are here, George, spokesperson, can how do you want people to feel when we think of Scotland? Because Tatenda and I love the team.
Absolutely.
Listen, you can't keep us out of the stadium. How do you want people to feel when they have a conversation about the team?
Yeah, so the amazing thing about this team is that there's a lot of untold stories.
Yeah.
There's a lot of community development. There's a lot of things behind the scenes other than soccer that Scotland has brought about. There's a lot of creation of employment. We see what's happening in Mabvuku. There's a hospital. We see the development in Rua, the stadiums. We see just what's happening in the soccer fraternity. And that, I can tell you from where I stand now, is what people need to also begin to see and appreciate. That it's just not about soccer alone.
Right.
But it's going back to the community. It's about going back and giving back to the young, the boy and the girl child, because what we are doing is just not focusing on the boy team, because we've got academy, we've got a girl team. So it's a big vision, which not many teams have managed to do what we have done here. And that just brings so much joy and, a lot of energy and vibe for me to be a part of this amazing organization.
You've mentioned vision twice. It seems like, it is a big part of what the DNA of the football club has. What is the actual vision?
So it's amazing what Honorable Scott initially decided to do by bringing this team up to becoming what it is today.
Right.
And that initially is what we are now all seeing. I mean, look at soccer 4 years ago. Look at soccer before COVID. People would go and support boozers soccer more than they would Premier League games.
Yeah.
But now look at the vibe that's there. I mean, you can see it with the fans. When was the last time you saw people painting themselves club colors and the vibe, the dancing, the ngoma, the oshos, people, the vibe is back. So the vision was to bring back soccer, not just for Scotland, because if you see what's happened now across board with many teams, it's just not Scotland, which has a nice bus. I mean, of course, we've got the nicest bus in the country.
Standard.
But look at all the other teams.
Yeah.
They are also now beginning to see that, wait a minute, Scotland has come up with structure. I mean, look at the organizational structure that Scotland has.
Absolutely.
When we saw the kit unveiling, all those people that were on stage, 40, 50 plus people, it shows you structure. And that's a club that is not looking at local. It's a club that's looking international. Because proper teams outside the country have structure. There's a goalkeeper coach, there's a midfield coach, there's a defense coach, there's fitness, there's all these departments are done by teams that are up there in Europe.
Absolutely.
So the vision from Honorable Scott and the amazing board members that are there is to set this club as a standard that not only Zimbabwe should follow suit, but even other countries are also going to begin to follow suit if we're going to be competitively wanting to play with the teams that we see in Europe.
You sold the vision so well.
Yeah.
Even I want to play the game
listen,
now.
I want to be there with them.
Listen, I'm there like, yeah, okay, can I play?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Munengwa, I'm noticing the importance of fans. You mentioned the vibe coming back. You mentioned the unification that Scotland has brought. Now that we are playing on different competitions, what can the fans look forward to this season?
I think one of the amazing things about going to a Scotland game, especially in the stadium, especially a home game, is the vibe in the stadium.
Right.
And it's amazing to see the fans coming out and having a lot of fun. There's a lot of regalia available in many places, and fans should just look out for an amazing performance. We're looking this season, we're being very unapologetic about it. We did it in the first year, right? Second year, we had said we're wanting to learn, and we've done it. So there's nothing less that we can expect in this season than, of course, to come up tops. Because as Scotland, we're not aiming for average. We want to become the best.
Yeah.
So if what we did last year was a benchmark, we definitely want to do better than we did last year. And I mean look at the coaches we have.
What measures are we taking?
Look at the coaches we have. These are coaches who were players before.
Absolutely.
At a high level.
Top level.
They represented the country and they played outside. So besides them being coaches, they are also mentoring the young players, because there are many players who got money, did silly things, and unfortunately they ended their careers. But now having former players who represented a high stage, now coaching these young guys, I can tell you that there's nothing better to expect this season, because I see the fans were happy when we got our new coach, our team manager, two legends who are they've got so many accolades to their names. That alone has brought so much buzz with the fans, because the fans see, wait, if the board of directors can choose specific people, it then just shows that our coach last year was great. But now if we're going to get another coach who has a different technique and different management, it's only brighter days ahead. So fans need to come out in numbers like they've been doing. And, it's big days ahead, because as we say, we are always promising Mabviravira.
Mabviravira.
So they are brighter days ahead.
Before the day, there is hush. Our nation holding its breath. Then, a spark. The first beat of our nation's heart. It's the energy that moves us. The power to connect, to grow, to build, and to dream. We are the pulse in the veins of Zimbabwe. The energy that takes you further. It's a brand's petroleum, the brand that keeps you moving.
And we're getting into our match zone slash around the league because we didn't have any games this past weekend, so we're not really going to do much of match zone. Rukuzo,
What's up?
thank you for coming back.
Very happy to be back.
We thought we scared you last week.
It was a debate. It was a debate in the household whether to go back. You guys just won out. Just
Really?
one.
I mean,
just a little bit.
We
happy you're
appreciate
back,
it.
dude.
I just need to renty-renty. Okay, I
On?
need to renty-renty.
On.
On teenage suspension. Guys, it can't be, again, layman's thinking.
Okay.
That's deep.
No, it is that.
It
deep.
is.
It's unprofessional. It's unprofessional.
But he's not on the field.
It doesn't matter. There is a camp code of conduct. There's
And
just,
the camp, and
as a national team player, you do sign up to certain
Absolutely.
behaviors
Yeah.
that you cannot get away from. Look, I'm not going to pretend that
Yeah.
he's the first player to ever have alcohol in his team hotel room.
yes.
Right.
The problem here is that
Abatwa.
someone took a video first and then posted it online for all of
Saka,
us to see. That's the problem.
Do you know
Yep.
wina here? Kana tichitadza kuita unity as players anywhere outside the pitch because this has affected the team.
Has it though? Really? I mean, we won. They were celebrating a 3-0 win. A very good performance as well for the first
but now
half.
we're going to go back, and the team is going to be playing with the Silika Fiji. We can't trust you.
It's inevitable. Where people are together, it's inevitable
There's
for
no secrets.
something like that to happen. But anyway, we're here now.
But
We are here now. He's not going to
just
play again for this
layman's
game.
question: does him drinking alcohol affect anything on the pitch? Next day, Tangwadoro nasi muswa 6, muswa 7 drukutamba.
Most
Na
players
3.
do celebrate with a drink after a win. As
Okay.
I said, it's just the case of this. In this case, he got caught. So I wouldn't say it affects anything per se. But now the public image of ZIFA has been hurt, so they had to punish him. That's all.
Public image.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an actual thing.
Guys, Murugudipisa. No, Murugudipisa, because I feel like the whole thing has just been a whole from how they got to Botswana to everyone feeling like, hey, we could have chartered a plane. It's just.
No, it's just, again, it's now a public image situation. It's just that Zimbabwe were the only team that went there with a bus while everyone else flew.
Was flying.
Malawi flew, Zambia flew there. So
Yeah, but how
why
are we
is
going to
Zimbabwe
fly from
traveling by
Harare to Botswana?
Well,
Via
that's a
South Africa.
I guess that's a conversation that they're going to have to have. But in the public eye, it's an actual thing.
charter a private plane next
So the right thing should have been, all these things should have been addressed before Taji Chipisa talk about social media.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Rukuzo, we have a double game week coming up. Scotland is playing TelOne at Ascot on the 2nd, and then Highlanders coming up with a back-to-back
The
game
6th.
week like this one. If you are sitting in that dressing room and if you're a coach, what's going through your mind?
It's going to be difficult in terms of now, shall we say, balancing your talent. The squad
Yes.
now needs to come to the fore.
Right.
The depth that Scotland has built over the last 2 years, both in terms of numbers and quality, is going to be important now because fatigue is always a factor. Especially even, I know you think maybe Guero's not too much of a
I was
trip.
about to say, which one should we be more worried about then?
The game against
game.
Highlanders will be, because it will be at the end of the back-to-back. Now you'd have dealt with the fatigue of going to Guero
Traveling.
and coming back. You're supposed to have like a rest day or at least or light training
Right.
on the Saturday, on the Friday rather, and then you now train for the game on Monday. That's Saturday and Sunday. It's very difficult for even elite athletes like football players. So that's something that they have to deal with. But in terms of, as I said, Scotland have the depth of quality and numbers as well to deal with that. TelOne, I don't think will be too too difficult of a challenge at the start of the double game week, because TelOne themselves have started poorly this season. They haven't won a game yet.
Right.
2 draws, 2 losses, and they haven't really recovered from the loss of their top goal scorer last season. That's the reigning soccer star of the year, Washington Avaya. So I think they're just waiting to find someone to replace the goals he took with them. He scored 17 goals. That's a goal every game. In any kind of football league at any level, that's a very good record.
Top.
I know Ronaldo and Messi have messed things up by scoring a goal a game.
Absolutely.
But before them, scoring once every 2 games was a very good record. So they lost someone very important to them. They finished 5th last season because of him. So I think Scotland, given the form they're in now, the likes of Kama Billiat and what Munhumutapa is working with in terms of instilling his style of football, is starting to click. I think they should be able to get past TelOne at Ascot. The game against Highlanders will be difficult.
However,
as I said, the fatigue factor comes in first, and then obviously the atmosphere at Rufaro Stadium is going to be very good. Highlanders fans travel very well.
They do.
They also don't like Scotland, so the atmosphere there is going to be actually very, very good. It's going to be electric. I think there are going to be quite a few Scotland fans. Obviously, Highlanders fans are going to travel now because they always want to beat Scotland, and I think Benjani Marwari is going to be under even more pressure to get a result. Because they haven't won either. They haven't lost. 4 straight draws to start the season. At some point, he has to start getting the wins. A perfect opportunity against the reigning champions will present itself on Monday. So I think that game is going to be more difficult for Scotland. I still think they can win it. I would expect them to win it just in terms of how Highlanders are struggling to score goals. Highlanders are struggling to score goals, but it's difficult to score against them as well. And we've seen Scotland in their first 2 games against Agama as well as Ngezi Platinum Stars, teams that have a bit of defensive solidity and structure. It's been difficult for Scotland to break them down. So that will be a challenge. But I think Scotland, given that the head of steam that they're building, I think they should be able to squeak past Highlanders. But it will be more difficult than the one against TelOne, I think.
I like the way you're articulating yourself in terms of, especially knowing that there's a back-to-back
I like how
game.
you said you and then said he decided I needed to get myself together.
I'm landing.
Let them land.
Let me land. You know, especially after traveling and coming up a big game like Highlanders, like you're saying. They don't like Scotland, and they're promising they want to come to Rufaro Stadium.
I know, and they have to. They have the more than anything. They need to beat Scotland.
100%, because they also need to start their season. But however, Scotland also need to keep the momentum going, right?
Yeah.
And now other fixtures that are going to be taking place this double game week. Which ones are you looking forward to the most, and which ones are the most exciting, other than the Monday Scotland and Highlanders?
Undoubtedly on Thursday, the Ngezi Platinum Caps United game at Gameweek Stadium.
Big one.
Oh, that's a big
The
one.
narratives around that game are just delicious.
That's a big one.
Immediately, the fact is, Teixo Chiragui, the head coach of Caps United, is returning to where he came from.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
At the club, he took 7 players from as well. So
that's crazy, though.
imagine.
Like, just thinking
It's
about
a
that.
hard one. It's a hard one.
So there was really that narrative in terms of, is there any kind of bad blood there? Is there any kind of hard feelings given the fact that several players abandoned them? And then, of course, Caps United going in with a perfect record, 4 wins from 4. And Ngezi themselves, despite being under a FIFA transfer ban, having so many players leave them, they're still unbeaten as well. They've won 2, drawn 2. So it's a meeting of 2 unbeaten teams. Teams are playing very well. Ngezi in particular at Baobab Stadium, their 2 wins have come at home. So that already suggests that it's a bit of a fortress already. And that means Caps United could have that perfect record under threat. I think at some point they're going to have to drop points, obviously. They can't remain perfect all the way. So that is a perfect opportunity for them to drop points. I think it will be a banana skin for the league leaders right now. And that will be a chance for Scotland to cut that gap at the top as well.
But then you said Caps is the team to watch.
To look out for,
What's your prediction? What's your prediction for that game?
Just given Ngezi's home record,
I'll
make it an exciting 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw is wild.
Yeah, I think it will be an exciting.
I think it's safer for you to say that.
No, it's not though.
It is. He's political, Pella. This one knows. He couldn't tell us which team he supports because. Rukuzo, this is a safe place.
Nothing's going to change. I know you're trying to put pressure on me. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm standing on business.
Tatenda,
I think with the form that Caps United is in right now, I think it's a 2-1 win.
I was going to go with 2-1 as well.
Yeah, I think I don't want them to win,
but
because we don't
want them.
We don't want them to win, but with the form that they're in at the moment, I see them clinching that one.
A draw helps Scotland. Let's put it there.
Yeah, But I mean,
It does, but
it really does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
draw helps.
But right, Rukuzo, thank you so much for your time and your insightful knowledge.
and
of
we'll
the
see
game
you
of
again
football.
next week.
I'll definitely return next week. You
So-
treated me much better this time.
What does that even mean?
Kudos to
Really?
yourselves, guys. Pat yourselves on the.
Oh, so the issue was the chair. You didn't like this chair last
I
week.
think so too. He wasn't comfortable there.
You weren't. It was the chair because I don't think anything changed. But thank you so much for coming.
I'll see you guys next week.
Before the green, there is the wait. A land that thirsts. A quiet hope.
But an interesting chat that we had with Rukuzo. We are back talking to our spokesperson. And I just need to know, what's our plan with managing external pressure? I feel like it's one thing when we talk about, oh, this is happening, that is happening, and this is what we are doing. But I'm also very cognizant of the fact that there's a lot of what everybody out there is saying. Oh, they should do this, they should do that, they should do this. What's our plan in handling that? Or how are we handling it?
So I think Scotland has set very good structures. And our focus this year is to do better than we did last year.
Yeah.
So in life, in soccer, in business, the most important thing is to focus on our objectives. Now, there are always people who want to say, you should play this player, you should have done this, you should do this better. But we have a great structure. And remember, it's our third year in. But what we are doing compared to many other teams out there is unique, it's different, and we are getting the results that we want. So external pressure is not our concern. We're very happy with what our coaches, our management, across board, not only with our main team, but across board is doing. Because one thing that Scotland has done is brought structure.
Right.
So there are people who manage certain things, and that's what's going to make us excel. So outside pressure, the naysayers, we appreciate their comments. We may see them online.
I was about to ask, like, do you read the comments?
We do see them, but we take heed of it. You know, in life, we only learn our greatest lessons from some of those people who say things. But we have our plan, and we're sticking to our plan. Whatever input comes, if it's not going according to our plan, we're not going to input it. So external pressure is not there for us, because so far, we've played 4 games. It's just the beginning of the season. And so far, so good. There are brighter days ahead, and we have yet to bring out, you know, some of the greater things that are going to make our season become exceptional. So outside pressure, it's not affecting us.
Okay.
Right. 3 years in, there's a Castle and Premier League. Well, for starters, there was the league, the division, winning the division, getting into the league, and winning the league in the first season. Coming to 2026,
So many tournaments.
exactly. There are so many tournaments that are lined up for the boys. I want to know, how prepared are we? I know we have a new coach. We introduced a team manager. We have structures around. You mentioned structures. Is that what you can allude to, the fact that we are prepared for the season? How prepared are we?
So in terms of preparedness, if you look at the caliber of players we have, we have the highest caliber of players. If you look at our goalkeepers, exceptional. Our defenders, our midfielders, our strikers. And I think you've seen that even on the games we've played, that the coach, yes, he's trying to get to know the playing patterns of, and at free will, he's changing some of the good players and putting in the others for exposure purposes.
Right.
So yes, even if we have injuries 1, 2, 3, we've got a very good backup team,
Right.
which is more than capable to bring all these 3 cups. And that's our objective. Remember, whenever we set goals, we want to achieve those goals. And as much as we were learning in the previous seasons, now there's a lot of pressure on us to now break the 3rd record, because no team has ever done it before,
Right.
to win Division 1, Premier League, and the other consecutively.
Right.
It hasn't been done. But this is why we are Scotland. This is why we are Mabviravira, and we are going to keep burning and breaking records. That's what we're out to do. So this season is going to be exceptional. I'm very well happy with the caliber of coaches we have. I think I've emphasized, and I'll say it again, that our coaches are internationally well acclaimed, well experienced, former players who then also went for coaching and now are well able to lead our team as coaches as well. And not only are they coaches, but they're also mentoring these young boys. So I can tell you there's no game which is too difficult that both coaches and team manager have never faced, and they're going to give that experience to our boys. And what we are looking for this season is nothing else but victory in all cups we shall play.
That being said, this is a question to George. Which cup are you looking forward to the most? The tournament are you looking forward to the most?
So I like the new cup, the Munhumutapa Cup.
Yeah.
Already we've won the Premier League Cup, and certainly we are contending for that. But this new cup, it's always nice to be the first name on a new cup.
Okay.
And there's never been a presidential cup before. So definitely this, and it's going to be quite an amazing year this year, because like you said, there are so many competitions. But the cup I am really looking forward to lifting this year is the Munhumutapa Cup. Then, of course, our Premier League Cup. And, of course, what's going to happen later on in the year, where it's our first time there. We're going to get a lot of exposure. Remember, an underdog always says we want to go there learning. But there's nothing wrong with coming back with the cup whilst you were learning.
Fair. Stories around the national team. Very heated there. If we are in a good mood, we may not play the video. If we are in a good mood,
I think we should.
It's just petty. Let's get into the last part of the show where we're doing our social media reactions. Because we didn't have any games, I did say this earlier, that we didn't have any games. We're just taking a look at what people are saying about the Warriors.
Yes, so...
Well, now you've got messages.
I do have messages. So there was a video that was posted online of the Warriors vice captain Teenage Hadebe holding a whiskey bottle during a camp.
We're going to have a listen. Say Hadebe. You've always said you are in Kwasha and Ulawa.
Yes.
So it's Hadebe.
Hadebe.
Yes.
Teenage Hadebe.
Hadebe. Hadebe.
All right. Teenage Hadebe. The vice captain of the Warriors was that if you haven't watched the video, please go check out. It's there online, and people are reacting to it. And then the first question, the first post or comment is, who posted this?
It's a very powerful question. Who posted it?
It's a powerful question. And then someone said, this one is not a big deal. Admittedly, the boys, they really messed up.
Yeah.
And all. They played well, though. They were celebrating. What do you mean? Why are we reprimanding them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep quiet. When I brought this up earlier, you all said, camp rules.
No, but there are rules, though. But I guess maybe when there are rules and you're supposed to behave in a certain way, just follow the rules.
I just thought it wasn't that deep, I still think it wasn't that deep. I think in the grand scheme of things, it affects nothing.
There's an account against La Casablanca that said, why is the captain letting them drink and behave like this?
I will tell you why the captain is letting them drink and behave like this. They are adults. Number one, these people can make their own decisions. It's not the captain's responsibility to say, Iwe, why are you drinking? Do you not know that you're not supposed to drink?
Yes, and someone said teenagers trying to bond with the boys. Decision is justified, but too harsh. It kills morale in the camp. Does it though? Do you think it will kill the morale in the camp?
Yes.
You think so?
I do. Because now there's been so much scrutiny, and it will always come down to who posted the video.
Number one.
And that's number one. Number two, was it for malicious intent?
I don't think it was, because if you look at the way the way he was holding the camera, and then all of a sudden it's there on the mirror.
On the mirror.
He was not. The intention was to just celebrate.
The person who posted
it.
Yes, because surely they watched this video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then,
so there's all those things.
And
again, I hope that's not the case.
The craziest one is like, oh please, they're not teenagers.
We've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Same time, same place. Don't forget to repost, like, and share the episode.
Subscribe.
Oh my gosh, they're not teenagers?
It's wild. We're out.